For Wall Street Media, I'm Jen, and I'm here with Doug, and we will help you make money in the stock market with information you can't find anywhere else.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. You've been so much help already. You got drafted, didn't you? You didn't volunteer.
Oh, no.
Guys, we've got Rodman Renshaw's healthcare conference. We had Bill Clinton this morning. Nothing to report there. Doesn't like Republicans. But we've got Oodles of Biotech, which I just love.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh boy, I'm all over. Aspen Bio is up this morning, if you guys have been following, APPY. And we start off with CombinatoRx, German? Yeah, we do these guys quite a lot. What'd they have to say, Jen?
Alexis Boris, the president and COO of CombinatoRx, CRRX, introduced Synavive for the treatment of osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and glucocorticoid responsive disease that would have no associated side effects.
Yeah, I love these guys. I talk to them often. Smart, professional, and nice people, which is a welcome change.
Michael J. Santos, Chief Marketing Officer of ChinaCast Education, CAST, or C-A-S-T, discussed their e-learning business and plans to expand in content, continue building their curriculum, and the possibility of buying universities.
Yeah, they do an awful lot of online streaming media.
Right.
Which Mike and I sadly consider ourselves experts, but we brought Jen in to help us today. Okay, so if this doesn't look flawless and it's not the best video I ever saw,
we're trying. It's my fault.
I want to look like your masterpieces. But ChinaCast are good business. I'll probably buy some of their stock this morning.
Great.
I like them quite a bit. Now, they're half and half. They do half bricks, right, bricks and mortar, right? And they're trying to buy more of those, but then they also stream like content to all the schools throughout China for to give teachers content, and then they also stream to students as well.
Right.
Right, and it's all for profit. Great. Yeah, fabulous. Good business. Yeah. What do you have for us next?
Oh, it's me.
It's you.
Okay. Hakan Edstrom, President and COO of Mannkind Corporation, MNKD, announces their new product, AFRESA, for new insulin trials. It will allow the insulin to enter the bloodstream in 12 to 15 minutes, as opposed to the previous 1 hour it takes competitors. Phase 1 is complete, and Phase 2 trials will take place in early 2009.
Man, fantastic. Let me tell you something, okay? You take all the money that you make from all this artsy stuff you do that you're so fabulous at, and you ought to start looking at some of these stocks. The biotech has me, I think this is the time for biotech, right? They're so close where things are finally coming to fruition, right? You know, for these things, they're going to go Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, right?
Right.
And for 15, 20 years, the biotechs were going to do things, and they never even made it into the Phase 1, or they got into Phase 1 and got bounced, right?
Right.
Now, so much stuff is so close, and it's really helpful. It's no longer like, well, we have something that we tested in a mouse, you know, but it's going to be 30 years from now, right?
Right.
You know, I mean, these guys Phase 2 in early 2009, and being able to get insulin into your system in 12 to 15 minutes versus an hour, that's a really tangible thing.
That's
right?
amazing.
And every one of the general practice doctors out there that has diabetic patients is going to say, over here, you.
Right.
And Mannkind's at 367.
Right.
It's early. It's early days. For biotech investing, what you want to have is a basket.
Right.
You don't want all your eggs to be in one stock. And then something happens to these guys, and they find out it turns your hair green, or whatever, right? In Phase 2, and you're out of there. You need to have a couple good ideas, and that's what we're going to do the next few days: is bring oodles of good ideas to people, and then do your research, but use these as starting points, right? I mean, if now it takes an hour, and something comes out, and they can get the insulin into your system in 12 minutes, right? And it still has to get through Phase 2 and 3. But if it does, this $3 stock's going to be a $30 stock.
Right.
Right? Then you're going to make many more movies. I don't know if that's for better or worse, but there'll be a lot more.
But it'll be great. It'll be great for everybody, though.
But it'll be great for everybody. Right. And that's what excites me about these, is they're really getting to the point, like this critical mass, where they're close to being able to do things.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's exciting.
It is. It's fabulous.
Right.
What do you have?
Noah Bierman, Chief Business Officer and EVP of Endevis Pharmaceuticals, IDEV, talks about their up-and-coming market products, such as Centura XR for overactive bladder problems, Zantex for prostate cancer, Copperpilin LA for early puberty. Phase 2 trials will begin in early 2009.
Yeah, more exciting stuff, right?
Yeah. Stephen Strauss, CEO of LCA Vision, LCAV, discusses working towards accessing costs and their focus on the database to expand their client base. And John Stonehouse, President and CEO of BioCryst Pharmaceuticals, BCRX, discusses new products for seasonal influenza and their partnership with Shionogi in Japan.
Now, this is why we bring in the news, okay? LCA Vision, I'm a little slower than you are, of course, right? I'm a little older. I'm allowed to be a little slower. These guys are up 8.25% this morning since their presentation. You guys, you should pay attention to the stuff that we're bringing you, and you can make the money off of it, and some of the stuff you can make today. Look at that. That's 8.25% today.
That's amazing. That's huge. Cool. Richard Hollis, President and CEO of Hollis-Eden Pharmaceuticals, HEPH, announces a new product in phase 2 trials, Triolex, which is for type 2 diabetes and will regulate obesity and anti-inflammatory symptoms and will keep immunity intact.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
right?
and the results will be out in early 2009.
There's so much stuff coming, right, in 2009. I'm telling you now, you don't want to put all your money in any one of the biotechs, but you ought to be in a dozen different biotechs that you like, right? Listen to the whole webcast. We'll give you the URLs for some of them. You can find them on the company webcast pages, right? Listen to them and get a feel for it. Is this something that I think there's a market for, right? Gee, you can cure prostate cancer right now. It's horrible. Right, you know, okay, that's $1 billion, that's a $10 billion, that's a $100 billion market, right? And there's so much of this stuff coming in 2009, and now, you know, Hollis-Eden are a well-known name, right? Their HEPH is their ticker, and last trade on them, $1.13, okay, right? You don't need $1 million to buy something here, and if you think these are the guys that are going to hit it out of the park, right? You know, a dollar stock, and I've owned a bunch of biotechs that have quadrupled, and you know, boy, there's nothing nicer. You know?
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And that was in tough days. This stuff, I'm telling you, 2009 is going to be biotech year of the universe. It's going to feel like .com times, except these guys are doing something real.
Right.
You know, and it's not going to just come and go. Right. If you can get insulin to somebody in 12 minutes. You hit it out of the park.
Right. It's something concrete. It's amazing.
Yeah. You know, it's not like, oh, well, we're going to do this with the internet, you know. It's so tangible.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for your help.
No, thank you. And we're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us directly at WSMCO.com.